teleport to the other side of the map, maybe assumed that this would be a little bit more open. That's not the case though. They're walking into a full stack. Not a bad start though. Cortezia is going to get the opener.
Yeah, they've come in, drawn first blood, now the pressure mounting for FNATIC. The remaining players on the site though still have plenty of backup. It's a messy fight for kaajak, and he goes down with the punish right after crashies, managing one, and Alfajer still flying under the radar, but he used his util earlier. They'll know that he's here. Finding the players a different story, but MIBR making a good job of it. But then Chronicle's flying comes through, a pain in the side as MIBR find only one left, and Alpha's there to clean it. To be around that the attacking side secure.
Well, yeah, the main thing will be gambling on positions. A gate crash taken. Cortezia already adding one, and a nice double opener in towards that A site. The spike, though, is heading in the other direction, and with Alfajer being spotted, I can only assume that that TP must be considered. Walking back into where the rifle is would be risky, but now winning that fight makes all the difference. Verno putting Alfajer in the dirt, and nearly all the danger of this round are dissipated. It is still Chronicle, it is still a Sheriff, but I think from this point onwards, maybe even just dying to the spike is the right call.
With two players towards the A site, I agree with you. You know, a lot of the time you'll see teams go for the TP before those two kills come in on B, but when it's Aspas and Verno who've walked all the way up along and they know they have one rifle, second guy probably doesn't. They're pretty confident they'll take that fight every time. For Chronicle, okay, it's a rifle picked up. Chance for further damage, starting to build. Rotate from Verno, he's going to challenge him in the TP, but this is exactly what Chronicle's expecting. Sees has caught him, the door open, and well, it's not going to be
comfortable on him. For MIBR, last two times they played it, really struggled on that defense. Artzin, though, a sniper of his own and some light shields. In fact, on the majority, that's a huge opener. Response, though.
Ooh. Yeah, doubled up as well. You think once that op fires off that he'll back off. You'll get at least a little bit of space for the life you've traded out instead. Doubling down on the disadvantages with crashies. Oh, that's a little greedy from Kron. You know, you want to see the jump peek there, grabbing a bit of info, and he goes swinging out wide. Ends up going down to 46. Look, there's still a serious chance, and as you said, the shield's in play. This is a double barrel operator. Chronicle's fallen now on the attempt to cross on backside. Crashies almost losing his life to that outlaw, and it's xenom up top to drop him. The spike back under MIBR's control. They don't know it yet, but they're not even looking that way, fighting for every inch of ground on this site. But he has a big challenge coming. Heavy traffic. About to swing right into him. In fact, not swinging. Walking up inside the wall, he spotted one, and he gets out for free. That's a beautiful opener for FNATIC. The response is Showstopper, fires through. Aspas doesn't find his mark with it, though. Won't even get Lambs for free. Still has to brawl Chronicle, who is forced back, seized in position. He can no longer hold on to control there. But FNATIC don't need to with the man advantage. That's quickly faded away, though. MIBR, they're rolling all over this A site.
Grenade is live.
Yeah, well, Cortezia's just having one hell of a round. Like, again, this was FNATIC in the right place at the right time. They had a stack up. Look at where.
That Viper Wall will stop him having any impact in shutting down the main body of this force.
Still, plenty of ultimates to play with. That operator in hand. A gap being searched for. But it's Cortezia again. Nice shot. Will at least find the trade, but that jump up from above needs to be watched for, and instead it's another wallback for Verno. There's not really much the remaining two can do. Bear in mind, Chronicle is still within his pit on the other side of the map, and for kaajak, he's not going to try.
And you may bet that might be no, he ain't going anywhere.
I guess the assumption might be that that was kaajak.
Yeah.
Baiting. But that's already as bad of a start. Goes 0-9 for Boaster, by the way. Yet to find his place onto the board. Alpha does strike, but he's running back straight into the arms of another enemy. xenom waiting. And now here's the TP. Chronicle tries to respond. Will be able to force him out, but the reactive smoke gives cover. Verno, I don't know what's happened there. Complete miscommunication, it seems. That's left him out to dry, and the spike in the hands of Chronicle. This is one of the better opportunities for FNATIC, but they are all isolated. And this walk back from xenom, I think, is going to meet the exact same fate.
Recovery for FNATIC, it seems. As artzin left alone, op in hand, and he's found one. Over to the rifle. Both players isolated as well, playing opposite sides of this. And he certainly knows the crashies was around that area. But now, of course, it pushed up the long. Oh, it's going to be a deep play from artzin. I like Braun does well. artzin pushing a little before the wall, fully blooms. He will be punished. MIBR, these... Oh, nice spam. These defaults have found them a lot of value in the early round. But in the last, they were spread too thin. It could be the same here. crashies walking up, and he will get the jump on Cortezia with Verno down as well. This round seems to have no contest from MIBR, bar the little bit of damage done. And now look at the position of Chronicle. He stepped foot on the spike, and he even manages to secure a little bit of space. His teammates rushing to his side. There'll be no further fight from him until the numbers are by his side.
crashies. He'll have a 1v1, but he's won it. That leaves xenom alone. Other side of the map, and that will be Boaster. And thus delivering one of their own. But also, again, look how many ultimates are available for FNATIC. They can take that little bit of an extra risk, and it won't cause them too many issues, though, saying that Chronicle has taken a fairly severe amount of damage. Rotation coming in from Alfajer. That Armageddon has been online for a long, long time. And the counter already being thrown in to try and deny that showstopper, but it will not be denied. The response, though, from crashies is huge.
Another for crashies! He'll find 4 before falling! And artzin attempts to dribble.
MIBR are starting to slip. They've still got stuff to play with in this round, though. That Viper's Pit has been online a ridiculously long time, and with the dimensional drift available, it's going to be artzin trying to take the space, and he's successful. An opener, a second going their way, and this time crashies is not close enough to respond. They are, however, going to try and utilize that Teo ultimate, but to no avail. It's only delay.
Yeah, it buys them time, but there's a minute on the clock. For the Viper's Pit down as well, that retake's just becomes so much more difficult. With Alpha going down, they've lost elbow control. The flank from crashies is still so far away. When Chronicle stepping to spawn, I mean, they're still going to be wary of that position. Even letting the decoy go past, but you can see artzin has one job here. Stay close to that pit's edge with a shorty in hand, and when it falls...
It's a fake back in the other direction. The push-up's already come in. MIBR are in a fantastic spot to try and deny this space being taken. They've had to double back because of how far the Chronicle managed to get into that A site. He made the realization, but now that spike has been dropped on the deck. This is looking fantastic for MIBR. 15 seconds. There needs to be a huge play, and in fact, the plant probably not even going to go down. artzin from behind has already shut this down. Chronicle 1v5, no chance, a flawless pistol for MIBR. Only having a pistol, he's happy to play up close.
The lack of over-rotations as well. A lot of teams will make that push-up, see nobody, and just go flying towards the A side, assuming that the hit's elsewhere. But used to the slow approach, ready for it at least. artzin, is he going to go through this wall? He's only got the ghost to play with. One of the 2 weaknesses for MIBR, uses the decoy to push them back, and it's a lot of stoppage from MIBR, keeping FNATIC down to 20 seconds before they've got boots on the ground. Aspas falls with the wall bang. Verno doing a ton of damage. Oh! He'll take down kaajak, and he leaves Boaster, Alpha, and crashies all very low. The volley just misses. The plant will be secured still. A huge opportunity. With Alpha regenning his health and dropping Verno, they could clean up the rest of the kills on the site. In fact, Alpha even gets challenged deep, and it ends up in a 1 versus 1. Cortezia alone. And no idea where Alpha's gotten to, thinking maybe that he's fallen back, but Alpha's close on the site, in that corner, just to his left, crouched down. The read is there, and so is the round for MIBR!
From Cortezia. And that now puts them 5 rounds into the lead.
Trades to start this one, but that's a big weapon for FNATIC. You saw the Guardian in hand for Alfajer, but look at the rest of the pieces. 2 Stingers and 2 Sheriffs, at least site control for FNATIC, but the spike is miles behind. It's being caught by the Prowler. Boaster's got to run for the hills, and he's trapped in the corner. Verno won't let him escape. The spike secured now. The defensive side can't get there too easily. crashies embedded in the sights, being spotted. xenom dealing with a major threat in this round. And you look at it, FNATIC, they're going to go back. They have to go back. So much presence for MIBR, the utility and the spams. It's given the presence away. But I like the fact that my main worry was that Cortezia was a little aggressive on B. Now he's backed off. He's given that space. There seems to be nowhere that FNATIC can go with favor.
Yeah, they tried to fake the steps. No steps were faked. I don't know how Chronicle survived there. I don't know how he's alive at this stage of the round, I'll be honest with you, but I don't think there's any chance of him winning it from here. Even a cheeky little blast back jump from aspas. I've seen much of it over on the B side. Is he going to swing? He's swinging with an Odin. Okay. That's not what I expected, but I guess his teammates managed to get the trade. The Odin has been sacrificed in order to clear kaajak.
I actually do like, well, I don't like him shift peeking it like that, but you're assuming that no one's pushed up because so far FNATIC have been extremely slow in taking B long control, and when they have, there's utility to follow it. So the assumption here is that that orb's going to go up and they'll start walking and you can spam through it.
There's still the nade, there's still both flashes, there's still a molly, like none of the utility has been baited out just yet from the side of FNATIC. They are running into the blender. Cortezia up close, has already managed to drop Chronicle. They have 10 seconds, they have to go through a molly. They're not baiting out any of the utility, 6 seconds. And if someone swings this, it's all but over. The round is gone, FNATIC are just capitulating. They are making this fun.
Their reward now, seemingly seconds away. Showstopper on the Boaster, from bad to worse for FNATIC's IGL. And a 5 versus 4 the FNATIC are facing into.
A minute left, which means we probably won't see the move for another 50 seconds. Smoke down to delay. Nade still available, C still available, Snake Bite still available, Orbital Strike, Molotov, like there's so much to slow FNATIC down. Orbital Strike even just going to be sent out a little early. They know what they've got available, and 3 players on this site. Nightfall used to clear. Molotov to make things awkward, but still they survive at the back of the site, and the smoke is going to slow them once again.
Artzin's behind them. This TP taken. It's going to at least send most of the squad out of the way, but Chronicle's caught on the rotate. Another man down. Aspas, such an unusual position. He's caught with nade in hand. FNATIC will at least get a plant now because of that pick. A chance for them as Alfajer's caught up close. They're being so patient in clearing these angles. That spam looking deadly. Cortezia again delivering when he's needed. Alpha popped the ultimate, but I mean, he needs time here. It's not ticking quite quick enough, and 2 players to find. Caught looking the wrong way. Artzin to seal the deal.